inside his brain right now. That's Shannon Sharp's brain spinning.
I'm supposed to have
spinning and spinning and spinning. Are you hypnotized by it?
Bayless.
Is that how you feel?
Bayless.
Look at this.
Look at me.
That's the spin that's hovering.
Why do you have a prop?
How is that happening?
Props are unnecessary.
They're unbelievable. They're like magic.
Unplug
the
it.
Cowboys are like magic.
No, they're not like magic.
It's unbelievable. And how about them Cowboys?
So now we bring
Sorry, I
out
had
props.
to get that out of my system.
now we bring out props.
Me bring out props? I can't even begin to compete with your props.
Right.
That's perfect because that's what your brain looks like right now. Am I right about that?
I'm the prop king.
Yeah.
The stage is only, this desk is only big enough for one person.
Thank you
to
for
have
this.
Props.
How long does
How
it
are
get
you,
to stay?
Holly?
How long does it get to stay on the desk?
It's going to be gone because it'll be presto changeo and it'll be gone.
Good.
Just in a second.
Yeah.
Yep. Magic. They are magic.
Just like you guys in the playoffs.
Yep. Magic.
There you go. Hey, Holly, how are you?
Doing
How are
well,
you, Holly?
guys. Oh, doing great. Doing
And
great.
I got to thank Ernestine for this. She gave me this for my birthday.
Ernestine?
Thank you. Way to go, Ernestine.
You know what? I
you.
got a little plan for that.
Do you?
Yep.
You're going to damage it before this is over.
All right, it will definitely stay on the desk for this segment, guys. Let's get right into it. The Cowboys and Eagles are tied with just over 3 minutes left in the fourth yesterday when Dak Prescott hit Amari Cooper for a 75-yard touchdown. The Eagles tied it up on their next possession, but Dallas won an OT thanks to an 8-minute, 75-yard drive. Dak found his new favorite target, Cooper, after the ball was deflected, but Cooper still caught it for the game-winning score. Dak finished with 455 passing yards, and Cooper scored 3 times. Take a listen to both of them after the game.
I'm excited for one. Excited and just thankful for this team we have. This team, this coaching staff, and be able to just to continue to fight. And when things were up, things were down. A team that never wavered, that never blinked, that never doubted us coming out on top. I'm thankful for that, honestly.
This is really a dream come true. When I thought of playing in the NFL as a youth, this is the perfect example of that. From everything from the city, the facilities, winning, watching that defense out there, watching this offense out here. It's just a dream come true.
All right, so Shannon, simply put, how impressive was Dallas yesterday?
For me, I think you have to be impressed with the win, Skip, but I think there has to be some pause and some reasons for concern. The Eagles, if you look at, let's just take for the Cowboys, for instance. They were 10 of 19 on third down. That's 53%. The Eagles were 1 for 9. That's 11%. The Cowboys outgained the Eagles by 320 yards.
Yep.
Possessed the football 23 more minutes. And you needed overtime to get the job done.
Yep.
So you have to be impressed with the win. But, Skip, you did all of that. There's nothing. Your big three goes bonkers. Dak, 455. Amari Cooper, 217. Zeke had 40 touches, 12 catches, over 100 yards rushing.
Yep.
And you needed overtime to get the job done. You have to pause a little bit, right, Skip? You have to look at Dak. Let's take the first 3 quarters. He was very pedestrian. Yeah, he had 25 completions, 2 interceptions. This game you shouldn't have had to need overtime. You should have put this game away early because walk it to him did not have his best day. I still do not believe that knee, his land knee, when the ball, once he's finished throwing the ball, Skip,
Yep.
I don't believe it's 100% healthy. But the Cowboys can't do anything about that. That's between Dak and, I'm not Dak, that's between walking to him and getting his mindset.
Yep.
The Cowboys, I don't know if they can play any better offensively.
Yep.
Especially when you're big three. 576 total yards. You're like, ooh, Kim, I know you was there pretty. I know you was going over there turning black flip because you come out there with your little prop. I'm going to have to talk to Ernestine about buying you stuff and having it break.
The prop really got you.
Yeah.
Just shot you right in the heart. Because you can't top it.
Why is she buying you?
I topped everything. All your goat masks and your jerseys and all your black and miles.
It's
You
pretty
can't
badass,
compete.
it is.
Yeah, you're okay. Your day coming, though. But you know what, Skip? I'm going to give Dallas credit in this aspect. Every time the Eagles got back in the game, they tied the game, Dallas come right back. They tie the game again, Dallas comes right back. And then they get the ball in overtime. I don't know why Lane Johnson, Skip, I couldn't hear the sound, but I can just read. I can hear the official, and I saw what he said. He calls tails. Stop calling tails on the coin flip. That's a bump move.
You know
Call
what?
heads.
I agree with that. I have never in my life called tails.
Never. And I get it. You know, you flip a coin 100 times, it's going to be 50-50, maybe 51-49.
Got to call heads.
Heads.
I know. When he called tails, I was like,
Yes, that was a bump move.
thank you.
But for you to do what you did, Dallas, and it still requires overtime, that has to leave you cause for some concerns. I thought the defense, You know, considering what they did to Skip, what they did to New Orleans and what the Cowboys and how they played defensive over the last since this 5-game winning streak, it left me a little deflated because I think they could have played better than what they played, and I think what they did, it was Wentz. It wasn't anything they were doing because he had some guys open, and I was very disappointed in his accuracy yesterday. There's no way you were that accurate last year pre-injury, and all of a sudden you come back and you're this inaccurate this year. This is why I believe it has everything to do with the injury and him not fully mentally. I think the doctors have cleared him. I think the knee is just fine. But mentally, there's a hurdle he's going to have to overcome. So, Skip, I'm going to give you credit. Hey, they won the ball game. Dak was great when he absolutely had to be, which was fourth quarter and overtime. Amari Cooper was magnificent. This is why sometimes, Skip, you need a number one receiver because you don't have to call play. You don't have to worry about the quarterback throwing him open. He can go get open. And then he makes everybody else's job. Now, all of a sudden, Michael Gallup, now you can see why, okay, I see why the Cowboys took you in the third round. Jeff Swaim and Barwin. You're like, okay, yeah, now I see you guys are decent.
Not Jeff Swaim, he's gone. But
Barwin. You can see why, okay, you're not Jason Witten, but I can see why, you know, you got some promise. So I'm going to give you, if I had to grade the Cowboys for performance, I'd probably give them a C+, considering all those yards, holding the Eagles to so few yards, and this is all you got.
So, since you went there, you're going so good, and then you took one left turn, I'm going to call you for it.
What'd I do?
Carson Wentz was pretty awful most of the day yesterday. He made one good late throw, and it was his only good throw of the game, and he took advantage of a Byron Jones who wound up on Aguilar and got a little lackadaisical because he'd had Zach Ertz most of the game, or he'd been on Alshon.